Hello, my kangaroos. Welcome to Rue Likes to Review. I am Rue. It's spooky season! This is not a review video, but a list video. What to watch this spooky season. This list is in no particular order. This list is spoiler free. 1. 2023 Hell House LLC Origins, The Carmichael Manor. The clowns are back. The saga continues. I wouldn't say this is scary. There are some intense moments, but does leave it open for more movies in the series. 2. 2023 Cobweb. A child named Peter keeps hearing noises inside his bedroom wall. His parents tell him it's his imagination, but is it really? Anthony Starr stars in this movie and he does an excellent job. He should do more horror movies. I thought this movie was creepy. And there's a really good twist in this one. 3. 2023 No One Will Save You. Bryn, played by Caitlin Dever, who played this character so great. Bryn finds safety within the walls in her home. She is someone who doesn't leave her home often. She is wakened by strange noises outside in the night. This movie is unique as there isn't a whole lot of dialogue in this movie. Best way to watch this movie is just watch it and don't read anything about it. There's also a great twist in it. 4. 1941 Horror Island. This movie has Dick Foran, and no, he doesn't sing, which is too bad because he was a great singer. A down-on-his-luck businessman, Dick Foran, organized an excursion to Sir Henry Morgan's island for a treasure hunt, only to encounter a mysterious phantom and murderer. This is a slapstick horror comedy and it's funny.
In the compass, we've been going in the wrong direction for 6 hours.
Oh, what are you all complaining about? This is exciting. It's adventure. Imagine, lost at sea, on the way to a haunted island with a ghost castle, where one of us might even be murdered.
Well, it was you, Professor.
5. 2011 Husk. A group of friends stranded near a desolate cornfield find shelter in an old farmhouse. What could go wrong? This movie has scarecrows, ravens, happens during the day and night, and you can watch it for free on Tubi. You can't go wrong. 6. 2022 Don't Look at the Demon. A team of paranormal investigators head for the highlands of Fraser Hill, Malaysia, to probe a series of alleged disturbances at a house with a dark past. Warning, this movie has body horror. Let's be honest, paranormal investigation movies are not great, but I do like them, so I had to put one on the list. And I thought this one was good. 7. 1932 The Old Dark House. Seeking shelter from a storm, 5 travelers are in for a bizarre and terrifying night when they stumble upon the Femme family estate. This movie has one of the greatest horror actors, Boris Karloff, 2 other great actors, Charles Lawton and Melvyn Douglas. Also, the actress Gloria Stewart, who lived to be 100. This movie draws you in and takes you for a ride. Also, you can view this movie on Tubi. 8. 2017, Borley Rectory. Borley Rectory is an animated movie chronicling what came to be known as the most haunted house in England. This movie is so unique and I really liked it. You can watch it on Tubi. 9. 1963, The Haunting. Hill House has stood for about 90 years and appears to be haunted. Dr. John Markway has assembled a team of people who he thinks will prove whether or not the house is haunted. I may have seen this movie like a really long time ago. I don't really remember. So watching this movie, it was so great. If you like the Hill House stories, then you must watch this original movie, and you can watch it on Tubi. 10. 2021, Separation. A young girl finds solace in her artist father and the ghost of her dead mother. This movie isn't really scary, but it does have some intense moments. It does also have great visuals, and it's on Tubi. 11. 2024, For Sale. A shady salesman is tasked with selling a haunted house. This movie stars Andrew Roth. He does a great job. For Sale is a horror comedy. This movie was so fun to watch. I enjoyed it. 12. 1933, Night of Terror. The heirs to a family fortune are required to attend a seance at the spooky old family mansion. Throughout the night, members of the family are being killed off one by one. This has Bela Lugosi and Wallace Ford, who play off each other so well. This movie was so fun to watch, and I loved the end. 13. 1974, Young Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
I beg your pardon?
My name. It's pronounced Frankenstein.
An American grandson of the infamous scientist, struggling to prove that his grandfather was not as insane as people believed, is invited to Transylvania, where he discovers the process that reanimates a dead body. This stars Gene Wilder. This movie is a slapstick horror comedy. If you haven't seen this movie, you are in for a treat. No matter how many times I watch this movie, it always makes me laugh. 14. 2023, Renfield. Renfield's Dracula's tortured henchman is forced to capture prey for his master and do his every bidding. But now, after centuries of servitude, Renfield is ready to see if there is life outside his boss's shadow. This has Nicolas Cage as Dracula, Nicholas Hoult as Renfield, and Awkwafina as Rebecca. All three played so well off of each other. making this movie such a blast to watch. 15. 2019 Little Monsters. A washed-up musician teams up with a grade school teacher along with a kids show personality to try to keep the kids on a field trip safe from a zombie outbreak. This movie is a zombie comedy horror, and everyone played their parts so well. 16. 2023 Late Night with the Devil. A live television broadcast in 1977 goes horribly wrong, unleashing evil into the nation's living rooms. I admit, I didn't think I'd like this movie because it has possession, and that's not my kind of movies anymore. However, I was surprised by this. It had my attention from the beginning. 17. 1992 Ghost Watch. In a live broadcast on Halloween night, a BBC team investigates a reported poltergeist in an ordinary London home. In my own opinion, I feel that this movie could have been an inspiration for the Late Night with the Devil. This is a TV movie, but you can watch it on Tubi. The actors make this movie believable. 18. 2017 Mayhem. A virus spreads through an office complex, causing white-collar workers to act out their worst impulses. This movie has Stephen Yeun, who I think is a great actor, and he does so well in this movie. Think of all the things you would want to do at work that is bad, and doing that at work. It is this movie. It's really a bloody good time. 19. 2021 Blood Red Sky. A woman with a mysterious illness is forced into action when a group of terrorists attempt to hijack an overnight flight and tries to protect her son. This movie is considered a British-German movie, so needed subtitles to watch most of it. I was surprised I liked this movie. It's a gory, fun time, and you can watch it on Netflix. 20. 2019 Here Comes Hell. A 1930s dinner party descends into carnage, gore, and demonic possession. This movie is a comedy horror that is shot in black and white, and I didn't think I'd like this movie, but then I did. It's actually a good movie. 21. 2017 Broken Darkness. The Earth passes through a meteor tail, sending the inhabitants into chaos, and creates creatures. This is a creature feature. It's a gritty movie of survival. This movie is intense. 22. 2022 Talk to Me. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. This movie has a good twist in it, and it's very creepy. 23. 1979 The Island of the Fishmen. Aquatic creatures threaten the existence of a mysterious island. This is a Italian-American movie, so needed subtitles to watch this. This, of course, is a creature feature. Since this is mostly an Italian movie, here is the original title. I do like to watch creature features from the 60s because they all had to be actors and they were not green screened. 24. 1940, The Mummy's Hand. Archaeologists defile the tomb of a mummy who was buried alive for falling in love with an Egyptian princess. This has Dick Foreign, and no, he doesn't sing in this one either. This movie, The Mummy's Hand, and Horror Island are the only two horror movies Dick Foreign did in his career. The mummy in this movie is cool looking, and the story is good too. 25. 2024. A Quiet Place, Day 1. A young woman named Sam finds herself trapped in New York City during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. Frodo the cat, which its real name is Schnitzel, stole the movie for me. I was always like, where's Frodo? Where's Frodo? He is so cute. In my own opinion, I think someone should watch this movie before A Quiet Place 1 and 2 because the story makes more sense. 26. 2018, A Quiet Place. A family struggles for survival in a world invaded by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. This movie is memorable and intense. Side note, The Quiet Place 2 is my least favorite movie out of the three, but it is worth a watch to see the story continue. 27. 2024, Dead Whisper. Elliot Campbell, a Cape Cod lawyer drawn to a mysterious island where he is tempted by a reunion with his dead daughter, but at the peril of his soul. I normally don't like movies with babies that die, but I was intrigued by this movie. It's strange, but I liked it. The movie makes you think even more so by the end. 28. 1945. The Phantom Speaks. The spirit of an executed murderer enters the body of a physician and forces him to do its bidding, namely murder. This movie surprised me of how good it really is. 29. 2016. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. A father and son, both coroners, are pulled into a complex mystery while attempting to identify the cause of a death of a young woman who is holding dark secrets. This movie is scary and intense. Hint while watching this movie, pay attention to the radio. 30. 1988, Primal Rage. A scientist at a Florida university accidentally creates a rage virus while conducting experiments to restore dead brain tissues in baboons. The virus soon spreads. I had to add a cheesy 80s horror movie, and Primal Rage is that movie. In this movie, there are these guys who wear skeleton costumes, where the mask's eyes blink red. I thought that was really clever. You can watch Primal Rage on Tubi. 31. 2024, In a Violent Nature. When a locket is removed from a collapsed fire tower, Johnny returns to retrieve the locket. What's different about this movie is you see from the perspective of Johnny. If you are like me who gets motion sickness easily, you can still view this movie. There are no shaky cameras at all. That's my list for a spooky, fun October. Have you seen any of these or planning to watch any of them? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching Rue Likes to Review. Have a great spooky season!